Our next guest is the fine record-setting Samford quarterback. He's only going to his junior year. He's going to have numbers that make Madden football look kind of silly before his career is over with. And he joins us now, Devlin Hodges from Mortimer Jordan at Samford, Scott Griffin, and Pat Smith. Devlin, how are you this morning?
I'm good this morning. How about you?
Doing good. You get up and work out already? What's going on?
Oh yeah, just got a workout not too long ago, and calling in, and then actually after this, going to go work a baseball camp. Actually.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. This summer has been all camps and workouts for me. So I've done basketball camp, football camp, baseball camp. So just whatever I can do to to be in a sports setting and work with kids, no doubt.
Very good. Well, tell us about the Manning Passing Academy and tell us how your weekend went down at Nicholls State.
Yeah. Heck, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, it's just such a.
Well, I guess let's start out how you got the invite and how that came how that came together.
Yeah. So I guess back in April, I got an email from the camp director, and then actually Archie Manning gave me a call, which I mean,
that's cool.
Had a Louisiana number pop up, and my first thought is like, who is this? And then I answer the phone, and it's Archie Manning, and I'm just like, honestly, like, I probably don't even know what he said after that because I was so mind blown. And then, they gave me the invite back in April, and kind of been talking to him ever since, and just such a great experience and a great honor to go down there this past weekend.
What did he say on the phone when as far as why you'd be invited?
I mean, nothing specific. Just said that, they were inviting some quarterbacks that had, really great years this past season. And also said that he was good friends with Pat Sullivan, and that Coach Sullivan gave him a call, said that he needed to look in at inviting me. And, I mean, he just basically just, this past season was the biggest deal.
And when you got down there, a lot of stuff is written about this passing academy. Tell us, I guess, kind of the workouts and the type drills that you guys go through, and I guess the instructors and what they add to your game.
Yeah, well, I mean, the biggest thing for the college QBs that were down there, was we were there for the kids, and I mean, we would coach the kids like 3 workouts throughout the day, and then we'd probably have an hour and a half where we would like go work out with like Peyton and Eli Manning. And, they just put us through drills, a lot of like NFL drills that they do, like when they played at the Broncos and at the Giants. A lot of some drills, never seen before. So it's great to, just have that, in my toolbox that I can bring back. And I called Coach Hatcher as soon as we got done and told him I got some drills I'm going to bring back. So, I mean, a lot of drills, and I mean, it took away a lot, no doubt.
What kind of drills? Mental, footwork, arm, everything?
I mean, definitely more footwork and arm drills. I mean, we had like not one session, but like all the QBs got like a Q&A with Peyton and Eli. Just got to kind of ask some questions about football. Kind of like how do they prepare for games, and how do they get into the playbook. So I mean, most of the camp was all footwork and just being a quarterback playing the game.
If there was one thing that you took away from that exciting weekend, what would it be? Would it be the mental aspect of it, or some type of footwork drill that you said, you know what, this makes sense. I might need to utilize this a little bit more in my game?
I would probably say more of, the footwork. Peyton, especially Peyton, he's big on, having fast feet and always being ready to throw the ball. And when it's time to throw, not having to really, sometimes not having to step into your throw, but, that's why he just wants you to always be ready in that good position to throw the ball.
Give me a nugget mentally that you learned from Eli, Archie, or Peyton that's kind of resonated in your mind.
I would say that, always be prepared. They said that, they would always start watching film the day after their last opponent on the next opponent. And, the biggest thing was they would, like, break it down. They wouldn't just go watch the whole game. They would break it down and watch, like, third downs, watch, like, what they do on, like, third and short, third and long, third and medium. And they would, like, really break it down. So mentally, just, knowing your opponent.
Devlin Hodges, our guest quarterback from the Samford Bulldogs. So you work with kids, so it's kind of twofold. Excuse me. There as far as what you did, but anything else you learned? Maybe some connections with wide receivers or route running or anything stand out to you?
No, not necessarily on like wide out. I mean, just working with the kids, I learned a lot about coaching. The kids that I coached, the group I had were kids entering the ninth grade. So, I mean, kind of took in how I, coach up kind of the freshmen when they come in, and just kind of applied it to that. So, I mean, there's young kids that are out there listening. Just always, biggest thing is just always have fun and always be ready to play.
Did you gravitate towards Jalen Hurts or some other SEC guys naturally, or you just hung to yourself?
No, I mean, we all the QBs hung out together. I mean, I would say that the quarterbacks I hung out with most was Troy quarterback, South Alabama. Actually hung out with Mississippi State quarterback a lot. That's actually who I rode down there with, and we had a good chat about the game that we played against them. And I mean, different other quarterbacks. The quarterbacks from all over the country, but I mean, especially those three are the guys that I hung out with the most, no doubt.
Devlin, we talked to you just a couple months ago at one of your scrimmages during spring practice, and the offense set all sorts of records last year. A lot is anticipated about this year's team and what you can do back there. Tell us about early season thoughts for the 2017 Samford Bulldogs.
I mean, early season thoughts, the only thing is Kennesaw State right now. Got a lot of new guys on offense, all the young guys, so just getting them reps through camp and, especially when everyone gets back in July, just making sure that that we get that extra work in, that I know my receivers, I know which receiver's going to, like how each receiver's going to run that route. So just getting connected with my receivers and, getting timing down and stuff like that is going to be a big key for us.
So tell me about a little bit, without breaking any vows or anything, about the conversation with Nick Fitzgerald from Mississippi State. Was he complimentary? Did he know you guys were in a football game then and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, definitely complimentary. I mean, he said that, he always jokes, said that he was kind of mad because I was the only quarterback that put up the same numbers as him passing-wise that they played against up until then. But so, he said that, they were a little scared at first. He definitely wasn't expecting what we brought to the game. So, he's a cool dude, good guy, and just all those guys I met down there. It's just awesome because I'll kind of keep up with them throughout the season, and we'll still talk and whatnot as the season goes and as our careers go.
What else will you do this summer as you get ready? It's going to be here obviously before you know it. You'll just do your camps and work out, and I'm sure you're kind of chomping at the bit.
Yeah, mostly it's just working these camps and just getting these workouts in, and then biggest thing I want to focus on in July is getting my timing down with all the new guys and getting these freshmen, because we're going to have some freshmen that are going to have to step up and play. So just getting all these guys on board and getting the team, getting them ready so we can be the best that we can be.
It's great stuff. We were excited to see you down at the Manning Passing Academy, and I hope you learned a ton. I don't know how you could put up some more numbers that you put up, but maybe that'll happen for you this year. It should be fun.
Oh yeah. Well, it was a great time, and hopefully I have the honor to get invited back in the future, no doubt.